Hey, MK here. Thanks for tuning in to AHRC. If you've been watching our videos and you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for me. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Finally made it to Thursday. I'm really appreciating this recovery run. Boy, my legs needed it pretty badly. We're in the crux of the training build, so I'm going to have the kids skip the 5x70 meter hill sprints today. I think they're feeling it too. They put in some really good quality on Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm really proud of them. Okay, that's 6.5 miles down for run number 1. Really appreciated the time that I got to spend with the kids and with Father Daniel this morning. Now, let's get some breakfast, take Evan to school, get run number 2 in. Okay, I'll see you after I change clothes. Bye-bye. Just dropped off Evan at school and out for my second run so I can hang out with you guys. Today was a really good morning recovery run because my legs really needed it. Tuesday and Wednesday were definitely the highest intensity back-to-back days that I've ever had in a marathon training block. So really enjoy spending time hanging out with kids and Father Daniel. During the run, Father Daniel asked about ramping up mileage and the smartest way to go about it. I've heard a lot of different rules of thumb, and the most common is to increase a certain percentage every week. I've tried this method with a certain amount of success, but the method that I really like the most is Dr. Jack Daniels' method, which is to increase mileage once every 4 weeks and to only increase by 1 mile per day that you run every week. So if you run 5 days a week, then on the 4th week, you can increase your mileage by 5 miles. The reason why I like this method of only increasing the mileage once every 4 weeks is because Dr. Daniels bases this method on the principle that there are 2 general types of stresses that we apply to our bodies to improve our performance during training. Those 2 stresses are intensity and volume. Increasing mileage based on a once per 4 weeks frequency period is based on the idea of not overloading the body with stress. During the 4-week period, the idea here is to continue a progression of added stress in terms of intensity during the 4-week period. So let's say that we're at 50 miles per week. We'll maintain the volume at 50 miles for all 4 weeks. However, we'll continue a progression of high quality and intensity within that 50 miles every week. So for example, if you're doing interval workouts every Tuesday, you would do them a little bit faster every week, or possibly with a little less recovery period between each interval every week. And if you're doing a tempo run every Friday, you would do a little bit longer of a tempo, maybe progress from 4 to 5 miles, or go from a broken tempo to an unbroken tempo. Maybe on the Sunday long run, you would progress from doing 3 miles of steady state to 1 more mile of steady state every week during your long run. Then at the end of the 4th week, if you're running 5 days a week, you could increase your weekly volume by 5 miles and run 55 miles the following week, but hold it at 55 miles for 4 weeks. And again, during that 55 miles per week, let's say in order to do it, we added 1 more recovery run, and now we're running 6 days per week. We do the progression for intensity during the 4 weeks as usual, continuing harder intervals or continuing a harder tempo or continuing a harder long run, but instead doing it at a max 55 miles. If you added an extra day of working out, like a 5-mile recovery run, then after the 4-week period is over, then you would increase by 6 miles because you're working out 6 miles per day. You'll find that by improving the quality of the workouts and maintaining a high level of intensity, that your speed at a particular heart rate, let's just say that your heart rate was around 140 while running at 830 pace per mile. After a few weeks of this focus on high intensity, you'll notice that your speed at that particular heart rate will increase. So a lot of people have this desire to run at low heart rate, when in actuality what you're doing is improving your fitness so that you can increase your velocity at every single heart rate zone that you normally run in. This is called moving your graph to the right, increasing your speeds so that at the same heart rate you can run faster. This is the goal. I like this method because I can continue to improve my fitness without any kind of recovery weeks or down weeks. I'm able to continually improve my fitness while steadily improving my volume. And because the increase in volume is so nominal, for example, 1 extra recovery 5-mile run, I don't have to do a down week in order to absorb the increase in volume. Second reason why I like this method is because Dr. Daniels points out that if I were to increase every single week and I wanted to progress my fitness at the same time, I'll be injecting 2 of the stresses, intensity and volume, every single week, and the likelihood that I get injured is very high. It is very dangerous to do it that way. Now, if you're in base building mode and it's summertime, it's the off season, and you're not putting in a lot of quality and you're just increasing the volume, then I can understand increasing volume every week at a certain small percentage. And if you enjoy going on nice, slow, and easy trail runs and connecting with nature, this is great. But if you like running fast and you find joy in filling your lungs with a lot of air and oxygen, then it can be very dangerous to increase every week. So using a 4-week cycle to increase your volume is smart and highly effective when increasing your fitness. I've never been able to get my heart rate really low just by running high volume. I've run up to 120 miles a week, really slow, talking pace, zone 2, zone 1, and heart rate never really changes because my fitness changes so slowly. The noticeable change comes when I really add the intensity in marathon workouts. My heart rate has gone down quite significantly just from this marathon build. So it really depends on where you're at. For example, my friend Lawrence Young, he had been running for about 3.5 years and he was getting a little stagnant and he needed a little bit more of running economy and to be able to kind of use momentum a little bit more during his long run. So he really needed to increase his easy pace speed, and that's really hard to do by jogging every day. So, and I'm sure that there are a lot of fast people who are running about 20 to 30 miles a week who want to go to the next level, and they just need to add some good aerobic miles in order to break through that next barrier in the half marathon or the marathon. There is no one general rule. It all takes a really good eye to understand where you are individually at and make the right choices to get the best benefit and the best increase in performance and happiness for yourself. That's going to do it for this talk and for this second run. Thanks for coming along with me on this 4.5 mile run. Really appreciate it. That really helped to get me to the end of this workout, especially when I'm so tired and my legs are so beat up. Really appreciate y'all bunches. Please do your best to have a great day and a meaningful run. We'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye now.